Hi, welcome. This is Grammy Smarty Pants coming to you from Calgary, Alberta. And I just wanted to say it's a very special time coming up for us Canadians. It sure is. Also, for my teeth, I'm going to get them soon. Um, okay. First of all, in a very short time, it's going to be July 1st. Now, July 1st is when we celebrate breaking free from London. Well, from actually UK. But the Queen, and she lives in London. Well, London and Scotland, but they always say England. Yeah. Anyway, so we celebrate that July 1st. And for you Americans, we're not taking anything away from you because it has nothing to do with you. July 4th, your Independence Day, is totally separate. Um, I mean, yes, it's the same in a way because you were all coming on your little ships to the new land, which you thought was India at first, but it wasn't. And anyway, so I wonder if that's why they started saying Indians, because they thought it was India. I have to look into that. Anyway, um, yeah. So it's getting close, and I'm wearing a, I don't know if you can see it very well, but a hat that has the maple leaf, yay, and it says Canada. I have other hats, and I can't find my one that's red and white and that, like, colors of Canada, for Canada. On our flag, it's red and white. Anyway, I'm Canadian, eh? Plaid shirt. Now, my Nana, I think I said, was born in Glace Bay, Nova Scotia. That's why I am wearing what I am to celebrate my Nana. I loved my Nana. My Nana, she could, she got older, and a little senile. She couldn't help it. Nobody knew back then about or maybe they did and I didn't know it. But anyway, finally they found that she had hardening of the arteries, and now they can up there and fix it, which they better with me soon. But anyway, so um, my nana came from there. That's in the east, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing because a lot of them were, plaid. Also, the loggers wear plaid usually. But anyway, so Canada. Just being funny. Okay, I'm not funny. But anyway, it was a bad attempt, I guess. So today is June 27th, and hopefully I'm getting better at this. I had to take my glasses off because too close is blurry. Um, and I am going to be moving, which is killing me because I can't bring my dog and I want to bring my dog so bad. But I'm supposed to meet some people that my daughter says are really, really good, kind, have my dog, I guess her pups are taken way too soon, or maybe she just even though she had lots of pups, wants to have uh, some pup or young dog or little dog to mother because oh my gosh, how many times did she try and steal at the park little dogs? And the funny part, it was almost always a dog. Like there was one that looked just like her, except it was a puppy. She wanted it. It was a brown and white Boston Terrier. Um, and a lot of short haired little puppies. She wanted them and would make friends with them, run around, but not like she did with that one. That, let me tell you, that puppy, and it was just a little bitty thing that was a Boston Terrier, like herself, brown and white, had a little, I think it had the circle on top. But anyway, oh my lord, she wanted that puppy so bad. And she, I shouldn't have told her okay because I didn't think she was going to do what she did. She sniffed it, went around it, and then went into the bush. And the woman got worried, and I don't blame her. And I said, don't worry, I'll get her back. So I called my dog, and she came running out with a puppy running behind her and jumped up on my scooter and left room for the puppy. And the puppy jumped on after her. And of course, the woman was upset, thinking that, you know, I guess I was going to steal it, but I wouldn't. I said, oh no, she loves to puppies and that, and she wants to take one home. And she said, well, she's not taking mine. And anyway, she took her dog. And she didn't think that was so funny. I mean, liking the puppy, yeah. Playing with the puppy, yeah. And I don't blame her. If it was my puppy, I wouldn't like some dog luring her onto, you know, like as if we were going to take it. But anyway, so that's the story of my dog. Every time she goes out, if she can find a little guy, she wants him. And can't have him. But where she's going to go, at least so far, I haven't actually got to get. I want the people to come, but so far it hasn't worked where I can even talk to them. But anyway, they're supposed to call me, and I gotta take a drink. Just excuse me. I love my water. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So where she's going, they have a little pug, and that'll make her so happy. I told him I want the pug to be brought too, because I want them to get to know each other. And I really don't want them to take her the first time. That's why I want them to hurry up and come, because where I'm going, I can't have my baby. It's like I feel like they're taking my one of my daughters away. I have two, but anyway, it hurts. It hurts a lot, and I did so much crying over her too. Going. I mean, I've had one heck of a month crying over my friend, crying over my dog. I don't think I can shed another tear. At least I hope not. I don't want to. I'll find out exactly when I'm moving on Friday. No, Thursday. I don't know why I keep saying Friday. On Thursday. And that's when trying to think. Oh yeah. Thursday I go and look at the place I'm moving to. It's a lodge, and I think it's Aspen or something like that. I'm sure it's Aspen. And I'm in the southwest right now, and it's in the in the northeast, I believe. It's in the north anyway. Bennington area, if anybody knows that. Anyway, so I go and look at signed papers and all that stuff. Um, and then I'll find out when I'm moving. I'm pretty sure it's going to be relatively soon because they want me out of here and they don't want the workers here. So as soon as they get everything lined up, I'm gone. But I will continue to do my podcast after I get settled in there. It's only gonna be one big room, so I don't know exactly how I'm gonna where I'm gonna place you. I don't know if I can bring my desk or whether I gotta get a smaller one or what. But anyway, I'll get it set up. Um, does that painting look crooked or is it me? On the easel, I mean. It bugs me. I can see it in there. But anyway, so I hope all of you are happy. I hope Canadians, I hope you are all going to celebrate no matter whether you're one or whether you're 101. And yes, I do know a 101-year-old woman that comes to Sarcee C3, which I won't be going to anymore. But anyway, yeah, 101. Can you imagine? And she looks good. She's not in a wheelchair. She is pushing a walker. But let me tell you, right there, all those, that memory, the facts, everything are good. And she looks good. She looks like she would be in her 60s for sure. And she's 101. Oh my lord. Me, right now, I look like I could be 80 something or maybe even 90. Hopefully when I get my teeth that'll change. What else is going on? Oh yeah. They have been having in celebrations all over the place for the indigenous, for the LGBT groups. They're trying, okay, there is so much hatred for trans. Why? I have no idea. It's nobody else's business. And they old, especially my generation, but even a lot of the others, get upset because of pronouns. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing to me too. But if somebody tells me, a young person, because they're always young, or almost always, if they tell me they want to be known as it, to me, yeah, maybe it feels funny because I'm not used to it. Not used to it. Anyway, but I'm going to try and respect them, and if I can remember, I'll say it. I prefer using the name instead, which is fine by them. It, fine by it. I have another one that wants to be called they and them. Lots of people do. So instead of saying whatever gender they look like, I will say they and them. Because they don't, what's happening is, from what I gather, is that they don't want to be recognized for what you see. Like you see let's say a woman, maybe that woman doesn't really feel that much like what they perceive to be woman, which is what society is made up, feminine little thing. Well, I don't identify as that kind, but I'm still a woman because I'm of that generation and it's just easier for me because I'm used to it. Um, I'm not a dyke, and I hate that word dyke because and butch. I don't like butch. Um, I'm still a woman. I just happen to be a woman who I'm trying to think of the right words. Who likes other women, and I'm not. I can be, but I prefer not to be real feminine. I just doesn't feel like me. Um, I never have. When I was a little girl and they'd put me in dresses, I hated it. I ripped those things off as quick as I could. They were very uncomfortable to me, and I was too busy wanting to jump and, put my legs up maybe or play with frogs, whatever. I was a tomboy. That's what they call me, a tomboy, which I never really liked that word either when I was a little kid. And they'd say tomboy. Yeah, I went along with it, but something inside me said, I don't like that because I'm not a boy. But, you know, it is what it is. And when I was a little kid, because of kissing girls in elementary school, when I was real little, I joined the boys and we were playing kiss the girls, and boy did I get in trouble. I got yanked by my arm and dragged to the principal's office, sat down real hard in a wooden chair. That's because she was dragging me like that. I was part way off the ground. My arm was hurting, and that just hurt too. But anyway, and I felt because she was telling me how that was nasty and girls don't kiss girls, and oh, she was getting after me. So she shoved me in the chair, and the girls didn't seem to mind I was chasing them and kissing them, or at least most of them. I mean, there were a few that, don't. But most of them, they kind of seemed like they liked it. But anyway, it was just a little peck. Um, and what else? Oh, yeah. So at that time, when I was yanked into the principal's office, I'd already been humiliated, but they put me in the principal's office, and he said, "So, you've been kissing girls?" And I said, "Yeah," real quietly. And he said, "Girls do not kiss girls. Boys do not kiss boys. Girls kiss boys and boys kiss girls, but never do girls kiss girls or boys kiss boys." Well, then he said I was very bad and I should be ashamed of myself. And he said, "I'm calling your mom right now." So he did. And he asked my mom if she would talk to me. He said they already talked to me, and I was going to be out of school for, I forget how many days. And maybe that would teach me a lesson. I hated school. So I just thought that that was a bonus. But my mom came home and we went into the bedroom, and I shared a bedroom with my mom. And she said to me, oh, she said, "You do not kiss girls. And boys don't kiss boys." And I thought, oh God, are they going to keep saying this, everybody? And then she said, "You could go to hell for doing that. God doesn't like that. God made man and woman, and He wants you to be with a man when you grow up, not now. But you shouldn't be kissing anybody now. You're too young." And she said, "God sees everything as good, and that I hurt her as well as myself." Well, that made me cry because I didn't want to hurt my mom. I loved my mom so much. She was my hero. But anyway, so, like, my mom worked and worked hard. But anyway, so my mom tried to explain to me that God didn't want that. God wanted girls to want to kiss boys and boys to want to kiss girls, but not until older, a lot older. And so, um, and she said God's perfect, and He has a perfect way, and He has a perfect plan for you. And I said, if God's perfect, how come He made me like this? And she said, made you like what? And I said, like girls. And she said, no, God didn't make you like girls. You probably had influence on TV or something. She didn't know. And there was no influence like that on TV. We had things like Red Skelton, but they never showed anything like that. But my mom didn't know. She was grasping at straws, influence from outside. She had a million reasons like that, but you know, God was perfect, but I can't blame what I was on God. That's what she told me. It wasn't God's will. And I said, how do you know God's will?